Do you think Lamine Yamal beats defenders because he was simply born with magic in his feet? That is the story most players tell themselves, and that story might be the exact reason you stay average, because Lamine is not just performing random skills, he is following a 4-step dribbling system, a system with a very specific order. When he performs those 4 steps correctly, the defender is already in trouble before Lamine even makes his final move. But when you use them in the wrong order, the entire system falls apart. Today, we are going to break down all 4 pillars of Lamine Yamal's dribbling. And stay until the end, because I will give you the exact sequence you can train and use in a real match, but pay special attention to the 3rd pillar. It is the invisible foundation almost nobody trains. Without it, the other 3 pillars are just nice ideas that will never work under pressure. Pillar 1, the chaos setter. This pillar comes first for a reason. Before you deceive the defender and before you accelerate past him, you need to control one thing: the timing of the situation. Because if you cannot control the rhythm, everything that comes afterwards becomes predictable. It is like trying to shoot before you have aimed. We are going to call this the chaos setter. When you sprint directly towards a defender at one constant speed, he can synchronize with you. He reads your speed, matches your rhythm, and prepares himself for the moment you try to go past him. But when Lamine approaches a defender, he rarely gives him one consistent rhythm. He slows down. He takes short, quick steps. He almost looks as though he is waiting, and that removes the defender's reference point. I already know what some of you are thinking. Short steps will make me slower. Exactly. That is what most players believe, and that is why most players are easy to read. Those short, rapid steps are not designed to win the race immediately. They are designed to force the defender to keep adjusting his feet. Every small step asks the defender another question. Are you going now? Are you going left? Are you going right? Should I step forward? Should I drop back? And the moment the defender plants his feet or places his weight on his heels to regain balance, Lamine accelerates. That half second of uncertainty is all he needs. Here is how to train it. Place 6 cones in a straight line, approximately half a meter apart. Dribble through them while taking as many short steps as possible. Keep your knees slightly bent and your weight on the front of your feet. Your heels should barely touch the ground. Do not focus on speed yet. Perform 5 repetitions over 20 meters. When you begin to master this, you will feel something completely different. You will feel that you are deciding when the action begins, not the defender, you. Pillar 2, the 45-degree body deception. Now that the defender is uncertain about when you will move, you need to give him false information about where you are going. First, you confuse the timing. Then, you confuse the direction. Always in that order. Most players try to move their body and the ball towards the same side at the same time. For the defender, that is an open book. There is no real deception because every part of the attacker is showing the same intention. The shoulder moves right, the hips move right, the ball moves right, so the defender moves right. Lamine does something different. He separates the message of his body from the movement of the ball. His body says one thing, the ball says another, and this is the detail that changes everything. A defender does not react only to the ball. He reacts to your center of gravity, the angle of your chest, your hips, and the direction of your shoulders. If Lamine leans his body toward the right, the defender's brain prepares his body to move in that direction. But while the body is selling the move to the right, the ball may remain still or move towards the left. By the time the defender understands the deception, Lamine is gone. Here is how to train it. Create a diamond using 4 cones. Dribble towards the middle at a controlled speed. As you reach the center, exaggerate a shoulder drop toward the right without moving the ball in that direction. Plant your supporting foot firmly. Then use the outside of your opposite foot to push the ball towards the left and accelerate away. Repeat the same movement on the other side. The detail that makes this work is the contrast. The exit should be short, sharp, and explosive. Slow deception, fast escape. If both actions happen at the same speed, the defender will not react strongly enough. Perform 10 repetitions on each side. But here is the real problem. You can perform the perfect body feint and still lose the ball immediately afterwards. And that brings us to the most important pillar. Pillar 3, the hypersensitivity method. Performing 1,000 skills in empty space is one of the worst ways to become a better dribbler. You can master the chaos setter. You can sell the perfect body feint. But if your final touch pushes the ball just slightly too far away, the entire system collapses. This 3rd pillar is not another skill move. It is the foundation that allows every other move to survive under pressure. Lamine grew up playing in tight spaces in Rocafanda. In small areas, you do not have the luxury of taking a heavy touch. If the ball moves slightly too far away, somebody takes it from you immediately. That environment forces your nervous system to become more precise. So how can you recreate that pressure? Take a tennis ball, create a square, measuring approximately 1 meter by 1 meter. For 5 minutes, dribble freely inside that square. Use the sole, inside and outside of both feet. Do not allow the tennis ball to leave the area. At first, it will be frustrating. After 5 minutes, return to a normal football. It will feel huge, it will feel slower, and it will feel as if you suddenly have much more time to control it. That increased sensitivity is what allows you to execute the final pillar without losing possession. Pillar 4, the stop and go. You now have the rhythm to create uncertainty. You have the body deception to move the defender, and you have the close control to execute the action without losing the ball. Now you need to finish the system, and the final step is the most counterintuitive one. Most wingers believe that beating a defender is entirely about speed. Run faster, accelerate harder, become more explosive. But at the most important moment, Lamine often does the opposite. He stops. And here is the truth that completely changes how you understand dribbling. The best dribbler is not always the player who runs fastest. It is often the player who stops best. A defender has momentum, his body has weight. Once he begins moving backwards or sideways, he cannot stop instantly. If you stop the ball completely, the defender usually continues moving for a fraction of a second. Then something else happens. When you appear to stop the attack, the defender relaxes. His chest rises. His legs lose some of their tension. For one tiny moment, he believes the danger has passed. That is when Lamine explodes again. By the time the defender tries to react, his weight is moving in the wrong direction. Here is how to train it. Place 2 cones around 5 meters apart. Sprint towards the first cone with the ball. Just before reaching it, stop the ball completely using the sole of your foot. Your body must also become completely still. Mentally count 1. Then push the ball forward with the outside of your foot and explode towards the second cone. The most common mistake is only slowing down. That is not enough. The pause has to be real. The defender must genuinely believe that the action has stopped. Repeat the drill 8 times on each side. When you use it correctly in a match, you will see defenders freeze because they are preparing for an acceleration that you temporarily removed. The complete Lamine Yamal system, the chaos setter, the 45-degree body deception, the hypersensitivity method, the stop and go. The next time you watch Lamine Yamal, do not just look for tricks. You will stop seeing individual skills. You will start seeing the system, your exact training plan. Here is the reward I promised you. Do not try to master all 4 pillars in one chaotic session. Use this 15-minute routine. For the first 5 minutes, train the chaos setter with short steps and close touches. For the next 5 minutes, practice the 45-degree body feint on both sides. For the final 5 minutes, alternate between tennis ball control and the stop and go drill. But during your first week, choose one pillar as your main focus. So tell me in the comments, which part of the system is currently stopping you from beating defenders? The rhythm, the body feint, the close control, or the stop and go? And before you leave, remember this: Lamine Yamal's dribbling is not impossible to understand. It is rhythm, deception, control, and acceleration performed in the correct order. Now, you do not just know what he does. You know why it works and exactly how to train it. Keep working, stay consistent, like and subscribe. Peace.